Hi, I'm here at CES 2020 and I'm talking to Jason Kelley, General Manager of IBM Blockchain Services. Hi, Jason.
Hello, glad to be here. Thanks.
Great. Tell us a little bit about blockchain and what news you've released here at CES this year.
So I tell you, when I start to talk about blockchain, I almost want to pull it back because blockchain is just a technology. I often call it just the B word, even though it's emblazoned across my chest. It's more about what are we bringing out here as a capability here at Consumer Electronics Show. You think the title itself, Consumer Electronics, so it's all about the consumer, the end user. And the outcomes that we're talking about here is trust and transparency. An end user who not only takes in this wonderful aroma of coffee, but says, I want to know where that coffee is coming from. I want to know that that coffee is, first, good quality, it's actually what I'm buying, and what if I really like it and I want to know not just who shipped it, but what about that farmer? How can I see with that level of transparency? Some would say, well, does a consumer really want to know that? Consumers are telling us yes. Coffee growers are telling us yes. And so that's the outcome, is that if you could just share all that data in this very complicated value chain or supply chain, you could do that and bring together the two most important people or players in that value chain. The grower at the very beginning where it's created, and then the consumer. And those are the two things that are most important. Now, that's where the B word comes in. Why use this thing? Why not just use a shared database? Well, there's nothing that exists that allows that sharing of data. There's nothing can pull down all those walls or bring together those silos except for this new technology that allows for a very trusted source of shared data. And when you see the data, that data is correct. That's it. That's blockchain explained. I just used the B word. That is blockchain in the context of something that's real, something that's in production and ready and going and able to be used. That's what we're talking about here. And it's called Farmer Connect.
And so it will make people trust their food better because they know where it came from, and that's the key point.
People will trust their food, but think about everything else in that value chain. It's not just the trust of the food, but now think about that farmer who says, if they can see my entire value chain and that supply chain, maybe I can get paid sooner. Maybe I don't have to wait for so-and-so to validate with so-and-so and so-and-so down the line that it was delivered and it's of the right quality. If we know that instantly, then that happens quicker as well. So yes, we're talking about what's very easy to see now and understand that, wow, I can trust in my coffee. But now everyone else, that trust in this blockchain thing, which is a new OS for trust, benefits everyone in that value chain. And that's what we're talking about. The broader message is, if we can bring those two players together that I mentioned, the farmer and the consumer, we're also bringing together and shrinking the complexity, simplifying that that value chain.
Okay. Is there any other B word news that you guys are releasing this week?
We're talking about lots of things. You're hitting on the very important one here, is that we are making blockchain, the B word, real. And that's what's most important. Our objective is to be the general contractor of blockchain globally, and to be number one in everyone's eyes of being able to make blockchain and its capabilities real, not just as a technology, but as a capability with data that brings together AI, that brings together IoT, and most of all, benefits that end user, the consumer.
Now, when did the Farmer Connect, when did that start?
Well, we've been working on it for months, but that's what we're announcing here, is that now the app is ready and it's being released this quarter.
Okay. And the folks that are in line behind me getting coffee, are they learning about the process for the coffee beans while they're here, or are they just enjoying their coffee?
I would say they're doing both, and so it's set up just with a screen at their front. We know none of us can resist staring at a screen while we're waiting for something. So as they wait for coffee, and it's actually turned out even better than we thought, very long queue line, and everyone listening to the presentation is playing in the back, and as well as a celebrity chef that's talking about the provenance of food and the video that talks about the coffee. So we're having both, and we're also seeing a lot of those people then enjoy their coffee and hear how all of this plays together. Because again, it's not just about the technology, we're changing the way business is done.
That's great. And when might we see this available for applications for the public?
You're going to see that in first quarter, and quickly following that, you're going to see other capabilities. on this platform where you say, I now have a platform for trust. If I can get a farmer tipped for their great services and the beef, well, can I also help pay that shipper that shipped it with a smart contract? Why not put that on the platform as well? So those types of services are what's coming quickly.
Great. Well, thanks for talking to us, Jason.
Thank you. Thanks for the time.